You're listening to episode 776 of the Father Bills Podcast. Welcome back. This week's episode is entitled, Failed Parents Can Still Succeed, given on the second Sunday in Ordinary Time, 2021. If you're an imperfect parent or a grandparent, today might be a day for you. The first reading might offer you some consolation. The imperfect parent in today's reading is Eli, the high priest. Despite being a good and holy man, Eli had a serious weakness. He was not very good at being a father to his own two sons. He would not discipline them, and they became unruly. When they did grow up, they became priests like their father. However, they became very corrupt. The details are scandalous, so I'll leave you to that part for your own research. But just trust me and know that these were bad and immoral guys. Eli loved the Lord, but he still didn't or couldn't prevent his sons from doing evil. Many of us here perhaps have had similar experiences with our own children. Maybe they've gone astray. Maybe they've left. Maybe they've not just left the house, but they've left the faith or the church. Maybe they're living an immoral lifestyle. Maybe you have absolutely no idea where they are or how they are. If this is how it is with you, maybe today's first reading can help and offer you some hope. You see, the good news from this story is that God can and will use anyone, even a failed and disappointed parent or grandparent, to achieve his goals. Samuel turned out to be one of Israel's greatest prophets, but he wouldn't have if he didn't listen to Eli. Eli, the failed parent, helped open Samuel's mind to the heart of God. Eli, who couldn't open his own sons' hearts and minds to God, taught someone else to listen to the voice of God. And that, my brothers and sisters, is the redeeming note of today's first reading. He may have considered himself to be useless and a failure, but he had his moment with Samuel and didn't blow it. Not this time. This failed parent became a mentor to a great prophet. We must be mindful that we may not know who it is we are influencing. Maybe mom and dad can't do it, but you can. Maybe just a word or an encouragement may be enough. When I was a middle school student or junior high, I was still struggling with math, and my math teacher shared and did a great job as a teacher. I'm very grateful for that, deeply grateful, for even before that, years before, I was grades behind where I should have been. I had a great opportunity myself, one of my highlights in my life, to be able to thank that teacher when I joined the faculty of Tigard High School, about which he was one of the teachers in the math department. We were now both math teachers. And I had a chance to thank him the first day of school. So you may or may not remember me, but what you've shared and how you taught me has inspired me to be who I am today. Those are moments I imagine we don't hear much when we help people. So I wanted to make sure he knew it. Our teachers so often are doing thankless work, and on occasion, it's a great blessing that we thank those who have been the Elis in our lives. So to us who are like Eli, remember this lesson and take hope. Be comforted. God gives us a second career if we'll only let him. He wants us to do this, but are we open? He constantly calls us to be his disciples, to help someone in their life, someone you may not even be aware of. Don't ever allow the world and all its evil and all of its cares interfere with your faith and your response to God. Never give up. God is always ready to offer second chances for parents and grandparents to succeed.
Thank you again for listening to this episode of the Father Bill's podcast. As always, if you have any questions or comments, just go to my website, fatherbill.org. That's FRBILL.org. And there you can send an email directly from the webpage. You can see what's going on Facebook and Twitter and even Instagram, which, again, not much is going on there, but that's okay. Anyway, I hope you have a great week and stay safe. Bye-bye.